Hi, I'm Bilal from Bilal Cooks. So I made these cardamom butter cookies. They're called Nan Khatai in Pakistan. They're honestly one of my favorite cookies. They're very buttery and there's a very strong cardamom flavor. If you have never had cardamom before, I highly suggest that you try this recipe and try cardamom. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take about 7 or 8 cardamom pods, put them in a blender, and put 3/4 cup of white sugar in it. You can find green cardamom pods pretty much everywhere. I will leave an Amazon link down below. And I'm just gonna mix this together in the mixer. This will grind up the cardamom pods into a powder and also make the sugar a lot finer. This will help when I mix the sugar with the butter. This will help the sugar dissolve into the butter a lot faster. So I got half a cup of unsalted butter, or 1 stick, and I'm just gonna chop it up, put it in a bowl, and put it in the microwave. I'm gonna microwave it for about 30 seconds. This will soften the butter enough that I can mix it with the sugar. Once I have the butter melted, I'm going to put it in a bowl. And then I'm going to add the sugar and the cardamom mixture into it. Now I'm just going to use a whisk to mix everything together. You want to mix it until all the sugar dissolves into the butter and it forms a very smooth, creamy texture. You don't want to whisk it too much like you would for a cake. You're just trying to mix everything together. Honestly, the whisk wasn't the best tool to use for this. All the butter would just get inside the whisk and it would form like a huge ball of butter and sugar. I switched to using a silicone spatula and that was a lot better in my opinion. So this is the texture you're trying to go for. Basically, if you lift it up with a silicone spatula, it's not going to fall and it's like a very smooth mixture of butter and sugar. So once you have the butter and sugar mixture ready, so I'm going to add about 1.5 cup of regular all-purpose flour. So I'm going to add 1 cup at this point and I'm going to add half cup later. The mixture is going to get very dry and that's totally fine. We're going to add a little bit of milk later on. So I added the rest of the flour and I'm also going to add some coarse semolina. This is called suji or rava and you can find it in any Indian or Pakistani store. This is a brand that I use, but you can use any brand. I left an Amazon link in the description below. This is going to add a very interesting and crunchy texture to the cookies. So the mixture is very dry and that's, like I said, is totally fine. But yours might not be dry and that's totally okay too. It depends on the humidity in the environment, the moisture level of the ingredients. But if it doesn't form into a dough, just add a little bit of milk. I ended up using about 2 tablespoons of milk. I added 1 tablespoon first and then I mixed it in. I actually switched back to using a spatula because it was too sticky. And this is a texture you are trying to go for. This is like Play-Doh consistency, something that you can form into a ball. On my baking sheet, I just sprayed some non-stick cooking spray. So I just made little balls of the dough, put it on the baking sheet, and flattened it with my fingers. And just keep doing that until you run out of the dough. Then just put it in the oven and cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. You're trying to cook it until they're very light golden brown on the top. Once they're done, just take it out of the oven and then just take them out of the baking pan. They're very good for dipping into like coffee or tea. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos.